Hello, everybody. This is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with a horrific tale today to tell you about. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise, you could donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethcahoon3@gmail.com on PayPal. Or otherwise, you could look me up on my other social media accounts like YouTube and like and subscribe there, and you can see the videos that get banned on other places but get kept on YouTube because it's more of a free site. And you can also check out my created playlist there so you can see the videos that I watch when I'm not posting on YouTube and TikTok myself and X. You can also look me up on X, by the way, where I share my videos there too. This one here is a magnitude 7.4 quake hits western Colombia, killing at least 111 people. Bogota, Colombia, a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck western Colombia on Monday, killing at least 111 people and damaging hundreds of buildings. President Abelardo de la Espriella said. The president declared an emergency which will expedite funding for the quake recovery and said he would visit the disaster zone centered around the rural region of Coco. This is a breaking news update. AP's earlier story follows below. Bogota, Colombia, AP, a powerful 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck western Colombia Monday, killing at least 111 people, trapping residents under debris of collapsing buildings and forcing people to evacuate their homes as far as the capital of Bogota. The epicenter was in San Jose del Palmar, a community of about 4,800 people in the Coco region, about 250 miles, 400 kilometers west of Bogota. The U.S. Geological Survey and Colombia's counterpart reported the USGS said it struck at a depth of 66 miles, 107 kilometers. The quake also was felt in neighboring Ecuador and Panama, though minimal damage was reported there. Local officials confirmed that at least 40 people were killed in the Risaralda region, where the hard-hit city of Pereira is located, and 27 people in the Valle de Cauca region, where Colombia's third biggest city, Call, is located. At least 3 of those killed in Valle de Cauca were children, the government said. Authorities also confirmed 9 people were killed in Coco, 2 more in the Caldas region, and a 73-year-old in the Anticolia region. Many more people across the country were injured. The quake left cities across the west of the country, Pereira, Quedo, Call, and the Manizales, ravaged residents, and search teams picked through the rubble of collapsing buildings amid concerns by authorities of aftershocks. Colombia's interior minister said more than 20 municipalities across the country had been hit. Colombia's Pacific region around the quake's epicenter lies along the Ring of Fire, the line of seismic faults encircling the Pacific Ocean, where most of the world's earthquakes occur. The Pacific, particularly the Coco region, is one of the poorest regions in the country, Nestled in the dense jungle, much of Coco is highly rural and only reachable by boat or plane, which may pose a problem for authorities in assessing the wider damage to more powerful quakes in the last decade, authorities say. George Mayanoko, a 64-year-old taxi driver in Cali, said he saw plumes of dust shoot up across the city as buildings collapsed. Residents and rescue workers were searching the rubble for survivors. My entire house shook. I never lived through such a powerful earthquake, he said. We'll thank, we're thanking God we're still alive. Colombia's geological service said Monday it had been the highest magnitude earthquake registered in Colombia in the last decade, and that it had been followed by two 2.8 and 4.8 magnitude earth aftershocks. Authorities also reported that flights were suspended in the airports of Manila's Quado, Armelia, Catagon, Benaventura, and Pereira. The earthquakes left many in the Andean nation unnerved for after two back-to-back quakes devastated neighbouring Venezuela in late June, destroying hundreds of buildings and killed more than 5,000 people. At the same time, the quake brought down buildings in Colombia, despite families in Venezuela continued to search the ruins for the bodies of their loved ones. In Pereira, photos and videos published by local media showed pieces of the airport ceiling falling down and travellers taking shelter and screaming, and people running through the rubble in panic. Pereira's mayor, Marcio Salazar, told a local radio station that at least 18 people had died and that many more were trapped under a massive quantity of collapsed buildings. In nearby Manzillas, a city in the coffee producing mountains of Colombia, one of the towers in the neo Gothic cathedral collapsed and fell on the nave. George Eduardo Rosales, the mayor of Manzillas, asked the residents to stay outside in case of the aftershocks. Authorities in the rural state of Coco, the epicenter of the quake, reported injured people and damaged buildings in the capital, but provided few details. In Cali, a city of 2 million people, Mayor Alejandro Eder said that the residents were trapped in at least 19 buildings that collapsed. Powerful quakes are rare in Colombia, where smaller quakes are common. Small earthquakes, known as tremblers, are common in central and western Colombia, but those above 6.0 magnitude are rare. In 1999, a 6.2 magnitude quake near the city of Armenia killed more than 1,000 people. Colombia's newly inaugurated president, Abelardo de la Espriella, said Monday that he had personally taken charge of the government's response to the emergency in San Jose de Palmar following the earthquake. You're not alone, the state is present and taking action, he said. Response to the earthquake presents the first major challenge to de Espriella, a Trump ally who was sworn in as president over the weekend. Messages of support rolled in from the leaders across the Americas, including Mexico, Brazil, Ecuador, El Salvador, and the United States. The Trump administration is closely monitoring the large earthquake that struck Colombia and stands ready to support the people of Colombia. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio wrote in X, a number of countries offered aid in the UN. Deputy spokesperson Farhan Haig said, we stand ready to help as needed. This is, I'll come back for part 2 of this post in the next post.